Beep. Hello, sciencing tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play the Dark Queen of Krynn with me, BlueAnkylo. It's been a few days since the last Dark Queen live stream, and it's a new stream, of course, new day. Blue's here to save the day. So for the future tubers, there's a couple things I want to talk about before we jump back into the story. We're basically done with the town of Christofen, which is where we still are, where we did the crypts and everything. So quick story recap, you know, we're playing the third game in a trilogy. There's a lot of backstory, but this game, you know, we've headed to a new continent where the Draconians are trying to revive a dark god. We've teamed up with Captain Daenor, who's not around anymore because his sister was kidnapped. We're trying to go save her, and on the way, you know, we ran into some sea elves that I guess helped us or something, and then they dropped us off on the new continent where we went to a mad wizard's tower, and he told us about some oracle and said, get out of my tower, mostly. So then we went to this town, Christofen, which had crypts and an old oracle. And although I didn't pay super close attention to it, the oracle essentially told us a bunch of stuff to do. 5 different tips. There's a thing with a book, a thing with some sharkmen. I don't know, I didn't pay enough attention. There's no log. Anyway, 5 sort of big quests for us to do to save the continent and prevent the Dark Queen of Krynn from taking over, I guess. So that's sort of what's going on. Last episode, we spent a lot of time in this town getting killed by minotaurs, and some of it's my own fault. If we look at this difficulty level, I was playing on Champion for a little while there just to test it out. I mistakenly thought it gave you more experience, and it does not. So after doing some sciencing with the live tubers, I can show you the results. We'll do a little advertisement break here. So Notepad++. But this is what it is. I just tested the random Minotaur groups. So veteran mode is like the middle. This is what the game starts at. This is vanilla difficulty. They have 107 HP, 51 for mages, and they always have the same armor class, the same encounter size, the same experience, the same spells, the same attacks. The random encounter chance to encounter seems to be the same. This is the default, and then every step up to Elite and Champion is plus 25% HP, plus 50% HP, and then negative 25, negative 50. So if you wanted the game to be easier, just play on Novice, which just gives enemies half HP, or play on Champion, where everything gets 50% more HP. This should mean that dragons, because their damage for their breath attack is based on their max HP, on Novice, dragons are a joke, and then on Champion, dragons are, well, super powerful. So it's kind of interesting. I thought the experience would scale, or the encounter size would scale. This is like the number in the encounter. It doesn't seem like any of that happens. So basically, unlike some of the GoldBox games, the difficulty just changes HP. Nothing else. Not any kind of reward or anything. So if you want to grind a little bit, just switch it down to Novice, do some battles real quick, and then move on, I guess. I've never done that before. But anyway, that's what's going on. If you're listening to the music and you're like, what is this crazy music, BlueAnkylo? We're playing another OC Remix album. This one's called Unsung Heroes, which is a group of, I believe, approximately Super Nintendo era games that are not the big popular ones like Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy. So we're getting a lot of also PlayStation era games, but a lot of RPGs that aren't super popular. Anyway, let's get into the actual gameplay here. GoldBox Companion may have had a little bit of a snafu there. Anyway, we're going to be playing on V for Veteran most of the time, as it's the default. But I am going to reserve the right to, if I'm really struggling with an area with high encounter rates, turn it down to lower level, just so we can get through areas without me going crazy. But I'll try to play on normal most of the time. And playing on the higher difficulty seems to do nothing but make your life miserable, so probably won't be doing that much. Now, in the process of doing that, we did do some Minotaur battles to get our science experiment done, which means we have to go stop by the training hall, get some level ups, and then we will leave this place forever, because random encounters inside my towns, man, not very cool. So, Champions Guild, we're not on Champion mode anymore, but we'll still train up. Okay, so, for levels, because of our racial level limits, Technically, Thornum as a dwarf and Drow as a Kender can't get levels up. That's why their color's not pink. And then Aaron shouldn't be getting a level up. So we're going to skip him and level up everybody else. Because Aaron's got to be promoted to Knight of the Rose before he can level up. And we've talked about that a couple times. So we'll use the GoldBox Companion Leveler so you can see all the details. And I will share with you, if I can find it, the screen, so you're not accusing me of cheating. So, oh yeah, I made it bigger so you can see the editor. So Aaron, we're skipping his level. He's not allowed to level up past 18 as a Knight of the Sword. Thornum, though, level 16 Ranger. So cool, we get level 3 Druid spells, which is the highest level of Druid spells in this game, and in fact, in any GoldBox game. They didn't really give you Druids as playable characters in these games, so enjoy your new spells. This one in particular, we should talk about this one. It's a little different than the standard clerical spells. If Thornum casts this on himself, Protection from Fire will let him absorb, I think it's his, it might be his caster level times 12 or something like that, but it's a number of fire that you just, you just absorb rather than take half damage or improve your saving throws. Am I getting a new console? No. I'm not a console gamer. I'm a PC gamer that uses PC games. I've got a nice computer. I do have a Switch, which I almost never use, but I've never been a big buy a PlayStation on launch kind of guy. Anyway, Thornum, level up. Pixel! The problem is, I can't pick a level up without selecting a spell here, which is kind of a problem because not a lot of these are learnable. Oh, that's right. So he just unlocked level 9 magic, or she. What we need to do is check our scrolls before we do this one, because I think we've got some red mage scrolls that can learn some of these. So skip that for a second. Tim is level up cleric. That's easy. Also, not level 9 spells on him, but he's got white mage scrolls as well. We'll skip that for now. Mage levels are hard. Speaking of it, mage levels, 9 for Drow. Yeah, we're going to skip that as well, because that's another red mage that just learned level 9 magic, and we might be able to just teach him those for free. Skip. And then Rob, level 17 mage, has learned all of his... Oh, that's cleric. Cleric spells. Okay. Hopefully that sort of made sense. We're not quite done here. To be fair, we don't need to be in the training hall to do that in GoldBox Companion. I just like to be there, so it feels like I'm not cheating. Sadly, no singing aloud while I'm recording. So, what I need to do... How do we do this? Do we have those scrolls? Yes. So we've got Meteor Swarm on a red mage scroll. And I know I've got more scrolls somewhere. But Tim did not learn... Why didn't Tim learn level 9... Oh, because our red mages are a full level ahead now. It should remind you of 7th Saga music, because that's what that was. Yeah, Pixel, even though they're both the same class, essentially, red mage is now turning to level 15, whereas Tim is only becoming a level 14 white mage. So he actually is a whole mage level ahead as a not... White mages really aren't very good. Okay, we've got to go to the vault, because I stored away all my scrolls. Could have maybe done this off camera, I suppose, but take items. Okay, red mage scrolls, white mage scrolls. Take. I should try to keep them all together if I can. I've got so many wands in here. And then red mage scrolls. Take. Oh, I've got more white mage scrolls there too. Okay, that should be all of our scrolls, I think. Not counting clerical scrolls. Boy, that means we're going to have to come back to this town anytime I want to access all this stuff. Okay, so then we leave here. View... nope. In camp, view... Items. Okay, so we've got 2 red mage scrolls with Meteor Swarm. So neither Pixel nor Drow need to select that one. But I don't have any other red mage level 9 spells ready to go. Tim, our only white mage, has a ton of scrolls. He can get Power Word Kill once he gets to level 9. He also's got the Dance. Disintegrate, Ray of Enfeeblement. He's also got... Oh, this is the same scroll. We've got 2 of these that are identical. I think I may have ended up buying those. They're not identical, but they're very similar set of spells. Hey, they're vegan. Okay, so, sorry for all the delays here. This has been a bit of a bad start for the future tubers. I'm going to go back to the inn. We're going to double check that there's nothing on those scrolls we can currently scribe. See? I probably should have picked those up earlier, because then I would have had those spells in there. So let's get those in. Pixel Spellbook. Oh, that's right. I gotta remember to slow down the memorizing later on, too. I'm glad you enjoyed the Might and Magic videos. I'm waiting for the next comment to be, when are you gonna replay Might and Magic 6? When are you gonna live stream that again? No, you're not gonna be one of those. You're just happy to be here, say hello, enjoyed the series. I'm glad to hear it. I am honestly glad people enjoyed those. Alright, so Meteor Swarm, Disintegrate, and, well, we don't need 2 Meteor Swarms. Send Meteor Swarm back up to Pixel. Thanks, Rides. I appreciate that. We can't scribe Meteor Swarm yet, but we will be able to. And then Tim, he's got tons of spells. Alright, we actually found 2 in there. I should have done this a long time ago. I just never did it. Okay, so the only ones we need to watch out for are Delayed Blast Fireball on Pixel and Drow. And then Tim's not at level 9 yet anyway. Everything else has been scribed. This is all, like, for nothing. Mega Man 6. Oh, that's a good question. I don't know about that. Okay, so now we're going to actually do the leveling up. So you can see here now, Pixel, you know, he doesn't need to learn Meteor Swarm. But I'll give him Power Word Kill, because we can learn that. Now, there might be other good Red Robe Mages spells in here that we haven't learned yet. But I think he's got most of them. Because a lot of these, like, Mind Blank are White Robe only, and Globe is Mind Blank, White Robe only. Alright, enjoy that, Pixel. Power Word Kill. And then he also gets Fighter 14 that does nothing. And then Tim is level 14 White Robe Mage. I don't know what spells he can learn. Okay, let me pull out the guides. I didn't think this through all the way. I was just like, don't learn spells on your scrolls that you can learn next time. Alright, so what are we looking for here? I've got the list open. He could learn Power Word Blind at level 8. He's already got the other ones. Mass Charm, Mind Blank, Autos, Irresistible Dance. Power Word Blind is worse than all of those. Level 7 spells. He's got Delayed Blast Fireball, but he could learn Power Word Stun. I don't know, maybe. I'll just pick that up. That'll be good enough. It's not going to be as good as a Fireball, but, you know. And then Drow, our final level up. Anything except Meteor Swarm, basically. Well, I gave Pixel Power Word Kill, so I'll give Drow Monster Summoning. And then another fight level. Okay, whew. Eventually, we're just going to have all the spells, and we're not going to have to worry about that anymore. That'll be a nice day. Clearly. So, last thing is to memorize the new spells. So to do that, boy, this is, I want to show off the future tubers how I've been doing this, because it gets really difficult to keep track of what you've previously memorized and what you're adding to your spellbook at this phase in the game. as our spell selection gets even more and more intense. So I will show off how I've been doing this. Normally I don't do this on camera because, again, 15 minutes, no content. But I think this is actually quite helpful if you're playing along. Somewhere around this point in the game, you might want to consider memorizing spells differently. You'd want to keep yourself honest by only doing this in a town where you can rest, or in a tavern. But if you pull up the editor in GoldBox Companion, and then for each character, sort by, you know, their different cleric, mage, druid type spells, like this stuff here. So Rob got a level up in cleric, which gave him 2 new spells. One is an extra slot at level 7, and one is an extra slot at level 1. So you just press the plus or minus button. Careful not to press minus too much, or you've lost the spell. You no longer know it, which is weird because you can't relearn as a cleric. But yeah, dash means you don't know the spell, and you could technically learn entirely new spells this way. But if all you're doing is changing your memorized list by putting the number there, it's just so much easier for me to keep track of like how many spells we've got at what level. I would say this saves me a lot of time. Don't worry about the negatives too much. That tends to just mean the bonus spell from the full moons. Although if you saw like -5, you'd know I was cheating really bad. Okay, so we've got level 4 and level 5 extra spells here. Let's pick up an extra fire shield. And probably just more cones of cold. They're pretty good, especially as our level gets higher. Could I do Mystic Arc, the sequel to 7th Saga? I've only played the beginning of it. The last time I tried the ROM, or maybe it was the translation, something didn't work. So I never got past the very beginning. So I don't really know a whole lot about that one. Maybe one day, though. As with many things, maybe one day. Okay, Tim, level 4, level 5. Let's just give him a little bit of healing and a little bit more healing, why not? And then he is our lowest level character. Being a good character really slows down your levels. Hold Monsters. Hold Monsters is really good, but the only person that can learn that is Tim, because White Robe Mages are the only ones that can learn that spell. He does have it ready once, but you know, I have a limit on how many of those I can memorize. Tim's done. Pixel's going. Go fast or go home. Power word kill. Sure. Oh yeah, I forgot to scribe those meteor swarms in there. Level 4, level 5. Let's pick up quick. Don't waste too much time, Blue. People want to see you actually playing the game, mostly. Sure, you can have iron skin. I still don't even know if that works. Can't figure that one out either. Okay, so that's it for memorization. Not quite it for memorization. Did I get Thornum? Right, level 3 druid spell. I'm gonna give him protection from fire. I apologize if the editor is all glitchy. Okay, that's it. Enough leveling up. And then I did need to scribe Meteor Swan. That's what I forgot to do. All that work with the scrolls was just to get those 2 in there. Alright, they're now memorized. Everything's done. Now we can change the speed back to readable. And probably should save it. And before we leave the town, I should put my stuff away, because I don't want to carry those scrolls around forever. Except, maybe I'll carry the scrolls for Tim for level 9 magic, because I don't know how long it'll be before we come back here. But I definitely don't want the red mage scrolls. In fact, we could probably just get rid of them at this point. Like, that one just disappeared when I scribed it. This one has nothing on it but trash, I think. And Tim's got... Okay, hold on. Just keep holding on. One of these days we'll get somewhere. Okay, the top one has power word kill, so we want that. The second one has nothing, so we don't want that. And the third one also has power word kill, so we don't need 2 of those. Power word kill, auto zero resistance will dance. We'll keep the one that has a delayed blast fireball, because you could use that to cast delayed blast fireball if you ran out of slots. I never do that, but you can cast from a scroll rather than just scribing. Deposit, deposit. Okay, how's that? We're done. Let's get out of here. Let's never speak of this town again. It's crushed Blue's spirit. Now, maybe we should go visit Aaron's girlfriend one last time. If I can figure out. I actually don't even remember the way out of this place. We've been here for so long. I don't remember how to get out. This one? No, this door here. No. That is not the way out. Maybe just along this wall? I wasn't paying attention? Yeah, there you go. You leave the city of Christophon. There's a small house here. Ishala's not home. So Ishala is Aaron's girlfriend. She did give him a cool helmet and a cool cloak. So maybe we'll come back one day and find her and she'll give him some more magic loot, which is pretty cool. Aaron kisses for loot. Exactly. Everyone watches as this random girl comes up and jumps on him. But she brings gear, so... Oh, okay. Out of here. No, I would like to leave. I would like to get off this wild ride. Okay, we're on the overworld at long last. Better save it with some beeps. So I did have a look last live stream. Where to find the VOD? I don't know. Probably on the Discord channel. I did have a quick look at the end of last live stream. Kind of where to go next in the clue book, kind of the game's suggested course of action. If you can read the GoldBox companion map, which maybe you can read, it does show you some places over here. So we can't get to this fire area because we can't swim. So we can't get like up here. We can't go over here. We're going to show off what happens if you go down this area, but this is Armok, the area of elves, so New Sylvanost and all that, but that doesn't really matter. A lot of the stuff we need to go to is actually down here at the lower end. There's a town, and there's a couple things down there that we're going to head towards. But I will show off, like, the northern areas, but this is like the League of Minotaurs, so everything's Minotaur up here. But for the most part, I don't think there's anything to do in these upper towns, so we're going to be heading south. And there is maybe one random event that we might get on the way down, like an actual dungeon in a random event, kind of like the slave ship in Death Knights. But other than that, our quest will definitely take us to the other side of the continent very quickly. So let's check out this one, the city of Thera. And it's just one of these kinds, you know. It's just it's a menu town, which is sometimes nice. So you can buy some garbage. But that gives us a much easier to access training hall, temple, inn, pub. Everything is much more accessible at these kinds of places. So I appreciate that. We should at least have a drink, right? Takisi? You mean Uristum? That's all we need. More foreigners. The League of Minotaurs has had trouble with the Thenolians before. But the way Thandamir has been building up the army, we can expect a real war this time. I believe Thandamir is the king of the Minotaurs. Draconians? You mean Trogs? We got plenty of those, but they're no real threat. All the real Draconians are over in Ansalon. I don't know. There's too many, you know, fantasy names here. I don't know what they're talking about. Alright, I guess that's all the tips we're getting out of here. And that's it. There's nothing else to do. So, kind of a dead-end town. And then next town... Oh, Patrol of Minotaurs. The Minotaurs ignore you. Alright, well, I thought we were going to have to kill them all, but... 2 men sail a trading boat up the river. And the city of Trilloman. And it's another menu town. Let me show you my wares. Show me yours, I'll show you mine. Again, just non-magical garbage items. Now, if they ever sold a fine longbow, you would actually want to buy it, because it adds your strength modifier. We've got one of those, technically. But if you ever see one, and perhaps having a mirror for everyone might be nice. It's kind of neat that now that we're in Dark Queen of Krynn, you can just buy, like, clothing, belts, boots, cloaks, robes. There's no room in your inventory for any of this stuff, because you only have so many slots. But you could actually have someone with all the different non-magical, you know, miscellaneous gear. Which is pretty cool. Lots of garbage weapons that you'll never use, like hammers and hand axes. I think you can throw hand axes in this game. But yeah, it's kind of neat to see all the alternate weapons that don't ever get magically enchanted. But, you know, cool. We'll have a couple drinks. A cooling drink after long travels. You can't find... did you join the Discord group? The Discord group has all the stuff, so just search around. Too bad we live so close to the Hulver folk. They're not so bad if you know them. Even then, you never know. I'd love to trade with those clever gnomes in Aldranakaru, but it's so hard to travel there. Now, if only I had wings. I met some gnomes looking for their gratinage. They've been looking for that rock for years. Why do they need another rock? They got plenty of them in their heads. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed your tavern rumors. We got one more sort of town-looking thing. The city of Vinland. Again, another cutscene town. Or whatever. Not even cutscene. Not even cutscene. Looks like they're all the same. They might have slightly different graphics and slightly different pubs, but probably not a lot going on at these places. Belgrag was killed by the Armagh elves. Armagh. All he did was set foot in their land. I'm never going near those crazy elves again. Good tip there. Rides roll to 1. Good stuff. Donating points to the poor Ankylo fund. Hithin Hidalkal Taldis sure is the land of plenty. Plenty of names for everything, even gods. Are those all the same god, just different names? I heard some soldiers defected from the Thenolian army. Not surprising, considering the way Thrandomir treats them. I wouldn't want to finish my enlistment as a zombie. Alright, that's all we got. It's been fun. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for the north side. Unless you can swim or fly across mountains. Not much over there. Now, to the southwest. Maybe we should save it. A shower of arrows fall on you as you move. Everyone takes a bunch of damage. Stay out of our land! So, there's elves. They're jerks. Hey, look, now you can see more of the continent. 2 maps. What if we go in from the south side? Nope. Dense forest? Turn back, strangers. You're not allowed in the land of Armagh. And we take a bunch of damage. So, yeah. You can't go to those towns on the left side there, the west. Called Silent Traveler, but it is from Lufia 2. Or just Lufia 1, actually. Okay, so seeing as everything on the north side and the west side is inaccessible, we have to continue going south. And there's like 2 or 3 areas we could explore. I don't know which one we want to do first. There's Hawk Bluff. There's a flanks of Thenol soldiers. You'll have to travel around them, though. The fortress city of New Orem. I don't know if there's anything we can do over here. There might be. The swamp bog is too deep to pass. Tall marsh grass slows your progress. A fisherman volunteers to sail you across the straits. Sure. So you can get to Bayor as well. I mean, this is like the last place I want to start at, because it's the furthest away from where we started. But, there you go. So those are all the places we can walk to, I think. Doesn't seem to be a lot of overworld encounters, actually. Compared to all the Minotaurs. Now, I am kind of trying to get what I assume is a random dungeon. Gorgons attack. That's fun. Just random packs of Gorgons outside. Well, Gorgons, you know, they're not fireproof. And I did want to see at least one random encounter. Oh, that's right. Fireballs kind of suck outside now. Still not bad. Is GoldBox considered metagaming? I don't think so. Can't quite get close enough to attack. There we go. Good job. Aaron killed one on counterattack. Thorna managed to not get turned to stone. Let's just go slice these guys up. Thorna managed to not get turned to stone again. Good job, Thor. Alright. So, nothing super special. A little bit of experience. Nothing else to see here. Okay, well, before I pick a dungeon, or town that probably leads to a dungeon, let me just see sort of what the clue book would have suggested is the next target, and I'll just pick whichever is highest on the list. Nothing personal, I just don't want to jump into higher difficulty dungeons, because these are so long and so difficult, I don't want to, you know, skip anything. So, in the clue book, you know, remember that sexy clue book, we have done Luminaries, the tower, the lighthouse. Christophon was the Minotaur city. The tomes were below Christophon. Holderfolk Wood, I don't actually know if that's a place you can go or just a place you randomly find. So then, according to this, maybe New Orem is the place to go. And then, I think there's a dungeon underneath New Orem. And then Hawk Bluff was the other town. And Byor was the one across the straits. And then we've got, you know, last couple things as we get to the end of the game. So I'll do New Orem first. And then probably Hawk Bluff, and then Byor, and then I'll figure out where other stuff is. Okay. This is, in fact, New Orem. So we'll start at the big city and save the other stuff for after. Hope it's not full of Minotaurs. As you walk into the city, you notice the several bodies hanging over the gate. Thornum tells you there is a strong aura of evil here. Well, we had a Minotaur village, or a Minotaur city, where everything was out to get us. It's definitely possible that this place will be worse. Oh, we get some more Lord of the Rings music. Nice. Fennel army guard sitting nearby motion for you to come over. Sure. What's up, guys? The guards note from your clothes that you are not from Talaves and ask if you would like to earn a few coins in the Thelodian Fennelite army. Nah. A few coins? Do you know how much money we have right now? Hi, we just ignore them. Okay, Fennelite army guards sit around a table talking. There's a pile of bones and armor to the east. Huh. Yeah, Robert won the jackpot earlier. That's why he's so rich. One of the soldiers remarks on the smell from the palace. Well, I don't know how the king can stand it, but he's given them refuge. Even has them in his palace guards. He must probably mean Draconians, so we're going to be killing Draconians, I betcha. A Thenolite corporal comments that another war is coming. And it'll happen when we get enough of these Draconians, yeah. So this is enemy territory, full of Draconians. A young Thenol private smirks. What rebels? We got their leader in prison. The rest of these rabble will be rounded up by the press gangs. Okay. Cool, cool. Greetings, recruits! Are you here for your equipment? Yes. The quartermaster points to a pile of army uniforms. Yes, that would be quite useful. Everyone puts on a uniform. What may I sell you? Wow, discounts! They've got really cheap gear if you want really bad non-enchanted gear, but this is way cheaper than the other towns. I'm pretty sure this is like a quarter of the price as other places, or at least half or less. We didn't really join the military rides, we just put on the outfits. I know it messes with some of our character's style, but... anyway, thanks, that was cool. Thank you, and good fortune against the League. Now, I did read in the guide, accidentally, that if you wear these disguises back to the Minotaur land, the Minotaurs will attack you even more than they already did. But, whatever, they're already jerks. So at least now the humans down in Thenol are not quite as aggro. Alright, seems like that might be everything in here. Alright, so, good start. Vultures peck at bodies hanging off a signpost. What a great place. Famous Pash's fried beetles. Abandoned. Temple of Rayorks. Closed by Trandamir. So this would have been a good place for Thornum. He's a cleric of Rayorks. Religious icons decorate the room. Alright. I tried Thor. Garbage and sewage. Sword and armor shop. A hooded shopkeeper approaches you. Greetings, fleshlings. Come to buy for someone special? He also sells a bunch of stuff that is actually more expensive than at the barracks. What are you doing here? I make things. Swords, armors, packs, whatever the elders tell me. Why? So that my brothers and I will be strong enough to win the war. And where did you come from? From an egg, of course. Nice and safe in the tunnels below. Alright, I'm done with this. Well, this is the first time we've had conversible Draconians. Dragon hides and leathers. Closed by order of Trandamir. Not allowed to sell dragon hides anymore, because we're on Dragon Team. Okay. Barren housing for the faithful, with sleeping mats lining lining the floor, and wooden blocks for pillows. Oh, so comfortable. So comfortable. The guards eye you suspiciously. Well, enjoy your piece of wood pillow. You're in the army now. An elderly man approaches you. Greetings, I'm sorry, but I'm not accepting petitions today. Not really here for petitions. If you do not leave, I will call the temple priest. Alright, old man, alright. A temple press gang is kicking in doors and clamping people in irons. A woman runs up to the temple inquisitor. My husband, why? He strikes the woman and shackles her with the other captives. Hello, fine sirs. You see that I am also in the army? What do you want? We'll take the prisoners now. The High Temple Inquisition hands you the lead to the chain. Very good. Take these rebels to the Hith Temple for introduction to the undead army. The prisoners cry and moan as the news of their fate. The undead army. You have to kill people to get them into your army? Can't you just go raid some tomes or something? Congratulations, you're free! You released the prisoners from the chain gang. Oh, what a kindness! If you truly are good of heart, then seek out the Miss Loxa cleric at the tavern. No one seems to be home, and, well, you know why. Aren't we such good guys? Tortured screams echo through the streets. There's not going to be a lot of humans left in this town the way this is going. Inn of the Dead? The innkeeper approaches you. Greetings, I'm honored to have you at my humble inn. You don't have to pay, you just go rest. A nice quiet room, filled with skeletons and ghosts at night, no doubt. The Inn of the Dead. I don't know if anyone would ever voluntarily sleep at the Inn of the Dead. The viewport opens and a male voice whispers, "Go away!" Okay. What do you soldiers want? Just to say hello. The commander should not be disturbed. Go away. Maybe now that we have the now that we've got the uniforms on, people aren't so happy with us. Yeah, I answered that question earlier, Shrump. This is being recorded specifically to upload to YouTube one day. That's why I always introduce the future tubers. A viewport opens, frightened human eyes look out upon you. A shaken voice says, "Strangers, get off the streets before the minions of Hith find you." Get out of here. Yeah. No one seems to be home, but they've all been kidnapped and turned into zombies. The Quiet Kender Tavern. A half-elf man is tending a bar, and his wife is serving beverages. A Miss Laxa cleric is sitting nearby. Okay, we found... That will be plot progression. Now, in the last place, we went to the tavern, and immediately got drawn into a dragon attack and everything. I want to sort of finish exploring the town before we trigger whatever's in there, and this might be next episode even, technically. A corpse with a stake through its heart. I wonder if that was an actual vampire. Miss Laxa Priest welcomes you to the temple. How may I help you? We could get healed up, I guess. There you go, everyone's healed up. Did he give us more HP again? Nice. I'm pretty sure Thorinum is cheating. I don't know why he's got so much HP. He's hacking the game. Whatever. Thanks. Thorinum, you're not supposed to use your mod powers to hack into the game and give yourself extra HP. I just wanted to get healed up. I didn't, you know, whatever. No one seems to be home. If anyone ever figures out how that repair button works at temples, you can certainly explain to me. More temple press gangs. Yeah, we'll take those prisoners. Very good. Take them to the Temple of Hith. Thanks. Alright, you guys are free. I thought you should get some bonus experience for that. This quarter of town is locked. Alright, so this corridor seems... A press gang is in the quarter! Yeah, but I've been freeing everyone they were kidnapping, to be honest. Oh yeah, spam bots in chat. I got it. Get out of here, you spammers. Alright. Temple Press Gang also doing what they do. Hi guys, we'll take them. I guess we could probably fight them or something, but... Trying to lay low, right? Alright, so there's a whole bunch of press gangs over there. This is the Temple of Ildamar. I don't know who Ildamar is, but oh. Turns out there's vampires. Intruders! What? lot of vampires here, guys. And they're all in close. We can do a fireball, though. We definitely don't want the vampire mages getting off any spells, so... Yeah, priority is to hit all these guys. I think they have protection from fire, or like the flame shield. I do remember something about that. These vampire mages are big fat jerks. That's why 2 of them didn't take any damage at all. The solution to them was blade barrier. Or hold monster if you can nail them, I guess. Clerics are all injured. We'll see if we can hit any of these guys. Nope. Nope. 1. I mean, you know, 1's better than 0. Unfortunately, those hold monster spells, hug monster as Rides prefers it. Enemies now high levels have too high saving throws. Alright. Now, Blade Barrier doesn't have a very long range, so Rob's kind of stuck here. We could try Power Word Kill. Let's just throw some more fireballs. We're gonna get level drained here, almost for sure. Uh-oh. No! Freaking disintegrate, man. You're not supposed to have disintegrate. I couldn't interrupt him. But it's fine, it's fine. No one got disintegrated. Let's try, something cool. We have some, meat shields. 2 Gorgons. Dang it! I want to target this guy and get... Whatever. Sorry, Gorgon. No! Ow! Ow! We need to get out of that. Drow can't move up without getting back attacked by the mage. Kill the cleric then, I guess. Now, if we attack the mage, we'll take fire shield. Boy, that's pretty rude. Yeah, that. Fire shield damage. It's pretty brutal, these fights. Not very nice. Okay, he can't cast, but that one can. That guy can. He's almost dead. I think we could just magic missile one of them. Seeing as he's at such low HP, but it might just hit one of his images. I don't know. Ah, we got him. Alright. Okay, Thornum's not currently adjacent to any enemies. I think we're going to try to interrupt another mage here. Good. We don't want them casting magic if we can prevent it. So much magic. Yeah. Got it. No, Aaron! No, Pixel! We're getting level drained. So mad. Wow! This fight is too much, man. We're getting crushed. These are just regular vampires that are hitting us for level drain. It's not even the mages. We could try turning them? No. That's a nice idea. Power word la kill? Yay! Power word kill. Just kill him. The one on the right is helpless, so we're through the worst of it. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Wait, what? Oh, camp only. Well, that'll teach me. No, Aaron, not again. Stop that. So, yeah, that was a fight. Yeah. That was great. Those are nothing important. Just share the money. Okay, good times. Good times. It is 2 level drains per vampire hit. Yeah, it's bad. Aaron went from level 18 to level 14. Pixel went down a couple levels. Okay, well, this is why we're high-level clerics these days. It's not as bad as it used to be. We can resurrect dead people without any real permanent problems. So Drell's fine. Aaron, that's 1 level back. Right? Yeah, it's gonna take a minute here. Guess I didn't memorize enough restorations. I didn't think we were going to be fighting millions of undead here. So the only way we're going to be able to restore all of this is if we do a lot of resting. Okay, let's never return to that area again. So there was a good temple, wasn't there? That one's closed. Oh, it's just an inn. I mean, we're gonna find out if resting at the inn is a problem. I should do it differently here. Speed up. A thin old high priest suddenly opens the door. Visitors, how nice! Just what I need for the undead army. Take them. Just wanted to heal up a little bit. Well, this is much nicer. I'll let you know, but this is nowhere near as dangerous as your vampire army, by the way, guys. Goodbye. You shouldn't have interrupted me from my nap. Now, they may have 81 HP, but it's not going to last very long. They can't draft us into the undead army. There should be a saving throw. Oh, Robert's talking. Sorry, I missed some of that in the deadly battle. Robert's telling me about power word kill. I did check the enemy in question, and he did not have magic resistance. So, how he managed to dodge that, I still haven't figured out. Alright. No. Is there anything worth taking? No. So we need a better place to rest, is what I'm trying to say here. I don't think we actually... Oh, we did get a restoration back. Okay. Is that all of... I don't think that's enough. What are we up to here? No, level 18. Okay, that's what he was at. So we got Aaron back to his correct level. I don't think he lost any experience. It's really hard to tell. Thornum's fine. Pixel needs levels still. One way I can tell much easier than in the old days is the experience bar in GoldBox Companion disappears when they lose their levels. Another restoration for Pixel. And also they gain HP when you cast it on them. Okay, we're gonna save in D slot. And then rest again. Woo! Magic cast. At least I got a couple of these. Another level up for Pixel. Pixel must have had a lot of level drains. Oh no, it also... No! When you get level drained, it wipes out all of your memorization history. Oh, that's the worst! That is terrible. That might literally be the worst effect. Okay, are we there yet? Pixel 13, 13, 15. Nope. He should be 14, 15 something. Okay, maybe that's enough levels for Pixel. He's got his XP bar back. His fighter level should be 14. His red mage level should be 15. Yeah, 14, 15, fighter, red mage. His cleric level... I think should be 14, shouldn't it? Shouldn't it be the same as a good cleric? Well, let's memorize some more restorations. I can't believe I have to re-memorize all this stuff for Aaron. This is so annoying. Because I don't... I could do this in GoldBox Companion, but... I want to show this off because this is the problem with... this is one of the main problems with Drain Life. Having to redo this every time. Alright, cast... we might be done with Pixel. Just keep an eye on its HP, 116. Okay, I don't think that did anything. So I think we're all back to fighting strength. Yeah, as soon as you see the XP bar, everything's back to normal. Hey there, David. And hey there, Hawkland. Are there VODs? Boy, we had a lot of people asking about the VODs tonight. They are unlisted in a playlist on YouTube. The way to get them, the easiest way, is probably to join up with the Discord and click on the link of playlists, because there's a whole bunch of playlists in there, and I can't, you know, paste a link for every single one, but yeah. They will show up as videos on, like, as a normal video at some point, but it just takes a while. Oh, look at all this nonsense. Power word kill did kill one thing. Let's just get some delayed blast fireballs. Level 98765. Without spending a ton of time here, I'm just going to pick kind of general damage dealing spells. His special spell is Charm Person. There you go. Keep. Hopefully that's everything. Nope. How did Tim... All this level draining really messes with our spell memorization. As you can see, People are continually having the wrong spells memorized. Alright, Rob's good. And I think that's everyone, if we just can rest another year. Okay, well that was a brutal battle. That one vampire encounter just spent like 20 minutes of the episode. We're gonna end the episode here for the future tubers. This has been an hour already. Yeah, random vampire battle with like, how many vampires was that? Like 20? Around 20? That's too many vampires. We're lucky to have survived that, even though technically Drow died. But yeah, cool. One thing I might try, what we could have done instead of dealing with it all ourselves with our own magic, we could, I think it was this building? Yeah, not this building. No. That's our quest. That's the tavern we're going to. There we go. So there is a Miss Laxa priest, which I believe is one of the good ones. We definitely could have tried the repair command here to see if that would just restore everyone as well. If we fight another vampire battle, rather than spending like a week in the inn trying to get everyone back, I might just try that instead. Keep an eye on everyone's HP. I think repair fixes... It's just adding HP to people. I'm not sure how this is working. I really don't understand. But Aaron has more HP after getting his levels drained and then restored and then hitting repair. And so does Pixel. So we may have found a bug or an exploit, let's say, where every time your levels are drained and then restored, the game reduces your HP and then gives it back. And then the temple's like, oh, you're missing a bunch of HP from those levels, so here you go. And they add to your max HP every time. So I haven't done any, like, GoldBox companion edits. Those ridiculous HP values, which should be impossible, are entirely from us repairing in the tavern, or in the temples, after getting level drained, I think. Huh. I mean, I'm not gonna say no, but that's more HP than you should ever have. With just 18 Constitution. Yeah, it's the new strat. All right, we're gonna keep that. Oh, we can rest here. The priest interrupts you. Please do us the kindness of resting somewhere else. Those uniforms are much too formal for this small temple. Okay, so we could come to the temple, take our uniforms off, and rest here safely, I think. But then we'd have to go back to the army and re-equip. So it just depends on what kind of mode we want to be in. We don't have like the inventory option to take them on, to put them on or take them off. But there's an event here. Okay, cool. So we can rest up if we take those off. Not at the inn, because the inn's not safe, of course. Cool. Alright, well, we made some progress. Let's save it for real. And next time, try to dodge vampires, because that was brutal. So, future tubers, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. We still got lots to explore this place. And next episode probably won't have quite as much catching up to do as this time. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next episode.